We did talk about that. So, I don't fucking know. But
We're recording now.
Nice.
oh,
We're live. We're hot. Can you see the timer from over there?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So I hung it up here, and it's in frame, so that way you guys can see it. Because I think last time
it's in your frame.
right. So when we were video, because we showed both camera angles at the same time, so
It'd be cool to get one timer that's like controlled by like the same, like
Two timers
timers that are connected that you can stop and
start at the same time. Yeah, it's a gift for another day.
put it on the budget for next year, for the next season, right?
I showed him the fork I brought you,
This guy or the big one?
and then I brought him
This thing.
and I brought him a
It
spoon.
won't even fit in my mouth.
I got some chopsticks. You want some chopsticks?
Or we could eat with a toothpick.
Chopsticks sounds like a bad idea.
All right. Will that serving fork fit in your mouth?
That should.
Yeah.
Do you have any of that water open?
No. What's the time limit?
What we're gonna do is we're gonna run it up.
Oh, see how fast I can do it.
Right. I won't tell you what Sean said.
Oh, he gave the time limit. Oh, you
He
said
said
what
he-
I'll eat it in.
No. I said Josh is coming to eat 8 pounds of pie. It's a little bit more than 8. He weighed it.
Okay.
So
So the
Yeah, I have
Giovanni's
I
with
have a
it.
picture of it on a scale. So I won't tell you what it weighs until it's over.
But that's with the tray, right?
It's with the tray, yeah.
Trey doesn't weigh much, kid.
You'd be surprised.
Right. So after we do the quick intro, we'll get started right away because it's probably going to take you a little bit of time to eat that. It's definitely north of 8 pounds.
I'm gonna guess.
Don't guess until you eat one of the rigatonis
Why?
because you don't know how cooked they are. If they're a little bit al dente, it's going to take you a little longer.
You're right.
So I mean, you're guessing. I'm thinking you could probably eat about 30, 35.
Oh no, I was gonna guess less than that. But
No, but I'm saying if because there's chicken
Okay.
in there too. So the chunks of chicken are
and
going
it
to
depends how the chicken is.
right. That's
cooked.
going to you have to chew a little bit. Yeah, because rigatonis, the smaller rigatonis, you don't need to chew.
It's in a nice sauce though, so the chicken shouldn't be too dry.
And his vodka penny sauce is phenomenal.
Okay.
You're in for a treat here. So, all right, you ready? All right, here we go. Hey, Frankie Float's Feeding Frenzy here. We got Josh the Goat. He's here to attempt the Giovanni Chicken Riggy Challenge in penny vodka sauce. The studio smells amazing. The food looks amazing.
Yes.
And we got a surprise guest in chair number 2, George the Smorgasbord Chigger. And I call him Chigs. I don't know if he gets mad at that or
Yeah,
not.
no, Chigs works. People
Okay.
call me Chigger.
Chigs.
Yeah.
We'll get into Chigs' story because he's hanging out and he's going to do his own stunt later. So me and him will get started after we get Josh the Goat going here. Me and him will get started on Josh. We'll be breaking each other's balls. We'll be breaking everybody's balls.
Nice.
Because that's what we do here. So, Josh, what do you think of the pasta you got in front of you?
Honestly, I think it looks absolutely amazing. I love pasta, I love chicken, and I love peppers. So and the penny vodka sauce I love. It's not penny vodka. The
Vodka penny sauce.
vodka sauce. The vodka sauce is usually, I've never had a bad vodka sauce. So I am super excited for this.
All right, so we were talking about what you thought you could do for time. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to let you eat one rigatoni.
Okay.
Take one rigatoni and eat it so you can feel the texture.
What about a piece of chicken?
I mean, you get to do both if
At
you
least
want.
feel it. No, the chicken feels good. It's not super hard.
Right, because the cook on the pasta is going to make a difference.
It's nice and soft.
Okay. So what's your time prediction?
My time prediction is 17 and a half minutes.
17 and a half minutes.
You're going to go ham on it.
I'm going to try.
All right.
All right.
I mean, unless you want me to enjoy it.
Well, no, I mean, you do you. Because it's going to get cold, and, pasta starts to get hard when it gets cold.
Oh, yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I mean? So I get through it so you're not choking on
The
it.
warmer, the better.
Yeah. So the timer's behind me over here. We're going to give you a countdown. Watch the timer. It has that 5-second countdown.
Is it better if it's on an angle so you guys can see it?
Like your camera is...
It is pointing
Your,
kinda down?
yours is pointing down, so we're in good
Okay.
shape there. All right, so we're going to get you started. You ready, Josh?
I think I am ready.
All right, we'll count you down. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, no. 3, 2, 1, go.
You're on your way.
There
Yippee-ki-yay.
you go.
So this is Josh's third trip to the tank. He
It's
did
hot.
He was the second participant in the 666 challenge.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you saw that we put up.
I don't know if I saw his. I did see one though.
The guy in the overalls.
Yeah, the old timer, right?
Well,
he's a wing guy,
wingbowl
right?
guy.
Wingbowl guy.
Yeah, that was.
I'm bad with names, so you gotta bear with me.
That was Chris O'Brien.
So, but I know, yeah, from the old wingbowl
that's
days, which is fun though, and like that's kind of like on my head, the 6-6, those challenges are fun. I enjoy those.
And that's I'd like you guys to come in to do something quick, that's fun that you can do that doesn't beat you up.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is a little heavier challenge than what Josh has done the last 2 times. So this is going to show us a little bit of, his capacity ability here, doing something that's a little north of 8 pounds.
And he's been working on his capacity. We go way back. We've collabed a bunch on different challenges and different things. So it's cool to be here. Thank you for having me. By the way, I didn't get to.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, he's a guy that literally has a road dog.
Yep, I got Lupita here. She goes everywhere with me. Stage, studios, all the fun stuff. She just hangs out.
Yeah, the tough part about the 666 is 6 food items,
Yep.
like regular menu items at like a fast food joint.
Sure, yeah.
And then it's 6 beverages, 12-ounce beverages.
Okay.
And you have 6 minutes to do it.
Doable.
It's for you guys. It's kind of easy. Josh had no issue doing his 666, but the guy that you saw, Chris O'Brien, his name is. So many guys come in here. It's something or other with fries. But,
his eating name, right?
Yeah. But in any event, he really he did 6 twisted teas.
Yeah.
So he did 6 tacos, and then he kind of killed himself. He started opening his sauce packets, put on the tacos.
Yeah.
So it's
speed stuff. You don't have time for that. People,
Yeah.
like, don't you put mustard and ketchup on your hot dogs? No, we don't got time for
we
that.
dip them in water.
Yeah. So
Yeah, he had no trouble with his 666, and when your buddy Dave Goldstein was here, he tried to do the Frankie Floats 40-40,
right. Okay.
which I pitched as a team challenge.
But he wanted to take it on his
He wanted
own.
to see if he could do it. There was no time limit,
Right.
but he wanted to see if he could get it done on his own,
Very nice.
and he tapped out, I think, at 33 buns.
Well, yeah. I mean, buns are heavy, right? People don't understand how heavy bread gets.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that we used to go there a lot. We don't anymore. And I remember those buns not being really big.
Well, I mean, yeah. In the beginning, I guess maybe they were smaller, maybe they're bigger now. So
I think
make
what
as
they
many.
did was they increased the size of them.
Okay.
Because I don't know if there was a big TikTok craze last summer. With the college kids would go there, they would order 1 appetizer,
Yeah.
and then eat 75 baskets of rolls. And if all they did, I think, was they doubled the size of each roll.
Okay.
So once you double the size of each roll, that's a lot more mass you're trying to get in.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy. I did a steak challenge in Texas not too long ago, and it came with 6 dinner rolls. And I'm like, yeah, 6 dinner rolls, not bad, right?
Right.
But they were a third of a pound apiece.
Josh isn't even 4 minutes in.
He's doing good.
Yeah, he's got a good pace going. That's for
It's
sure.
not a lot of heat though.
Mean spice?
No. Heat,
Temp,
like
temp,
temp.
yeah.
Oh, I see you keep stirring. Yeah.
But man, there's peppers hanging out of your mouth.
There's hot peppers in
It
here,
smells
too.
delicious. Like, I'm kind of. It's definitely making me hungry.
You'll be ready for your challenge later. It's coming from the same spot.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we have a local pizza shop, Giovanni and Sons Pizza, on 5th and Main in Royersford. And he's big into social media and the promotion aspect and everything like that. And he's just been an incredible supporter of our channel and what we're doing. He actually let us do a pizza eating contest at his place the night of the Halloween parade.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so he's got a big giant railing, a handicap railing, and I figured out a way to build a table on top of it so we could reuse it. So we're able to fit 10, 12 guys eating pizza, and we just got to negotiate the time we do it because the parade's supposed to start at 7, and it really don't start till 7:10. And we ate at 6:45, but by 7 o'clock there was 5,000 people in that corner ready for the parade.
Wow.
So I think all we need to do is push our start time back a little bit because the contest lasts less than 5 minutes because of the size of pizza we use.
So it's just one pizza, right?
It's one pizza. It's 15, 16 inches, and it weighs maybe 2 pounds total.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that should be pretty quick.
That's what I'm saying. So it's mostly sauce and cheese, and we don't well cook them so nobody's choking on the crust. and I have them folded crust under, not over.
Oh, okay.
So when you look at the pizza on the top, it's all cheese and sauce. There's no like big giant crust ring around the outside you got to get through.
Oh, that shouldn't even be a 5-minute contest. So you got to start it like 10 minutes before the 7:05.
Well,
The
right,
parade
right.
kicks off at 7.
Right, so they do a little
7:15.
crowd work, you know,
Yeah.
and stuff like that, get the people interested, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we go. And it'd be awesome if the Wordsworth Business Association would let us be the official kickoff for the parade, because
be
we're a
cool.
block from the start of the parade.
Okay.
So with our PA system that we're using, we can get the crowd doing a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Parade starts.
Yeah.
You know what I
that'd be
mean?
fun.
I mean, that'd be cool.
It's kind of like a natural choke point. There's another contest out there that's pretty big, and it just happens to be right there where 50,000 people head to the beach for one special day of the year.
You're probably talking about Nathan's.
Yeah,
You're allowed to say Nathan's. We don't hold
nothing on Nathan's, right?
we don't hold any grudges.
Yeah, so no, but but that's how it started, right?
Yeah.
On the handicap railing at the end of the subway, corner of Surf and Steelwell.
Yep.
And it's just a natural choke point, so they just naturally get 20, 30,000 people there on its own.
Right.
But I mean,
That's like
years later, it's just grown, right? These people do just come in for that event, but they still catch all the people going to the beach. So with the parade, everyone's coming out to get the candy in the parade. It's a
Yep.
great corner, great spot. There's probably parking there.
Yep.
These are the restaurants. I'm not familiar with your little town here. I did drive through today, and it was a beautiful ride
Right.
coming down from the Poconos today, taking all the back roads. With Pete hanging out the car window, and I was smoking a nice cigar. So
yeah, you still smelled like the cigar when you got here.
yeah, I just took my last puff before I pulled into the driveway. I
Yeah.
timed it just right. So,
Yeah, one of the other big contests I do is the National Fried Mushroom Eating Contest in Times Square.
yeah, I've seen that. That's a tasty one.
Yeah, so Sean, we did away with pros. We said, hey, no more pros, because they didn't want to pay that kind of money.
Right.
So basically what they were doing is they were paying an appearance fee for Dan and Molly
Okay.
and Andrew Poole to show up.
Yeah, that's
Because they
fair.
were first, second, third. They were the
Yeah.
only pros showing up. And then we had a separate prize fund for everybody else. So like, hey, we're not paying them. We're just going to deal with people that are local. So I knew Sean a little bit because I seen some of the stuff he was doing. And I called him. I said, hey, you want to come eat mushrooms? So he came and ate mushrooms. And it was a bunch of, just local guys. And I said
Let
to
it
Sean,
out.
I said to him before he started, I said, make sure you're looking around. I said, because the whole idea was they didn't want somebody coming in here eating 10, 12, 14 pounds of mushrooms and making everybody look stupid.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
He did pace himself. He ate like 5 or 5.5. But believe it or not, there was some dude, local dude, Logan, just walked up and said, hey, can I get in? He ate 4.5 pounds. Just
Okay.
walked out of the crowd.
Nice.
You know what I mean? They're the guys you're looking for.
Well, yeah, but I mean, isn't that where we all started, though?
Right, and I tried to get him to get involved in some of my other events. Not interested.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not
Yeah,
interested.
he's just a good old boy.
Yep, came
Wanted
up.
to eat some mushrooms that day.
Yep, and
That's fair.
His eater name was Mushroom Log.
Mushroom log.
Right, so he
I mean, at 49 pounds, that was definitely a mushroom log.
Yeah.
You know?
So he came he came back the next year to eat again because he didn't win. And so we introduced him as Mushroom Log. And I said, did that have anything to do with your after effects from last year's mushroom contest?
Things we talk about with competitive eating.
Yeah, so, and the funny thing is that a lot of the old school guys aren't digesters.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of the young guys, like Josh and Sean, they digest everything they eat.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So that was a big thing when we did Wing Bowl. It was a big party day in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have all these guys eat. Well, then the strip clubs in Philly were sponsoring.
Mm-hmm.
So if you came over and the guys had their shirts on, you got in for free and you got your first couple drinks for free. Now they want to go drink.
Right.
You can't carry 15 pounds of wing meat with you to go drink. So they got to kind of make some room. Unless you're 6'5" like this guy.
Yeah. I mean, you could do it. I've eaten 30 hot dogs plus and, drank a few gallons of beer afterwards.
Oof. I
Uh,
can't imagine.
Pretty quick.
Yeah, so me and Josh are going to be together again next weekend. Mm-hmm. We're going to PA Boys Barbecue down in Oxford, Pennsylvania.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you were talking about that. I mean, I think Bob and Sean was just there.
No, that's a different place.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But I've heard about this
PA Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
so
trying to think. Did I do that with? No. We did a PA.
Even in
Grim, but that wasn't PA Boys, right? There's so many barbecue joints out there, and nothing against barbecue.
Brothers Barbecue.
Oh, it is Brothers Barbecue. Yeah, that was the one we did, and that was a 9-pound challenge. It was close. It was
right,
I think you had 45 minutes. I might have got it done in like 42 or something.
right.
You know, so but because I do enjoy barbecue, and most of my barbecue challenges I usually drag out because, you know, there's no reason to eat fast. You know, in most of these events, you know, food challenges at restaurants and stuff. You know, you can use the clock to your advantage, and but it is fun to walk in and just smash it. But it just, you know, I could do that all day long, but there's no reason to.
Right.
You know, because it just, you know, I think the food challenges, you know, I was a muggle at one time, and you know, I would go do all these food challenges to eat for free since, you know, I've been a kid, really. And, and then it's just, you know, it's like, let me double up the food challenges and eat them in the same amount of time as, you know, the single time when I started going pro. And it was like, okay, but now everyone's building these big challenges that are only really pros could do, and I'm like, I'm trying to get back to old school. It's like, hey, let's make these challenges smaller again.
Right.
So the average Joe, you know, mushroom log could walk in and eat something.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, look at this, I did this, right? And that's good promotion for the restaurant, getting the local guys out there eating the food.
Right.
And, you know, I think it's great you have a local pizza shop, Giovanni's, because I've been seeing all your posts and film from there, and it's just, you know, it's great. You know, I'm a supporter of local small mom and pop shops, and that's what the country needs.
Right.
Is, you know, the small mom and pop shops, not the big Blackwater owned chain restaurants.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So John, when we were doing the 29-inch pizza, the one that me and Sean did, you know, it was kind of like it was a spoof, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. It was a spoof.
Yeah, you don't like onions, and you took
Yeah.
a 15-minute pee break.
Yeah, and then I came back and ate a piece of cake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, and like to highlight that stuff, that's what I like to do. I'll walk in and be like, you know, what's your specials? What do you guys want to talk about? What do you want to show the world? And I tell you what, I'm still thinking about those desserts
Ooh.
you got going on.
Yeah. The what is it? The pistachio pie I had.
Yeah.
That you picked it up. It was like a pile of cotton. That's how light and airy it was.
Yeah.
You know. So I mean, it was delicious. But the chicken riggy, the big chicken riggy, was his idea.
Okay.
He says, "I want to do a big chicken riggy and see if one of your guys can do it."
Yeah,
You know what I
it
mean?
looks delicious, smells delicious.
Because the riggies aren't a big seller around here.
No,
You know,
I
for some
wouldn't
reason.
order that. That's not a normal pasta that I would want to order.
From New York.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it's an Italian specialty, rigatonis.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but he also uses, I'll never pronounce the name of it, but it's a pasta maker down in Westchester.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I mean, even the pasta's locally sourced.
Yeah, just over
We're only
13 minutes in.
minutes in. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm starting to feel it.
Starting to feel a little bit. Can you see the bottom of the tray? Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah.
You're like
Mostly
halfway?
peppers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good when you can see the bottom of the tray mentally. So
Depends how big the tray is, though, and how much you can see.
yeah, Randy Santel's big on that. He takes stuff off of trays to get rid of trays, so it doesn't look so like it's so much food in front of him. And a lot of those guys use that fisheye lens.
Yeah.
It makes the food look like this big.
Yeah, some of them are pros with those thumbnails, and like I'm not a small guy, right?
Right,
You know,
yeah.
this dog is 100 pounds sitting in my pocket. You know, she's not. But when I grab something, it's like, you know, I eat it, and then, you know, Michelle Lesko goes out there at, you know, 90 pounds, you know,
The smash.
5 foot tall, and she picks it up, and it looks like she's, you know,
Right.
holding the largest meal ever made.
Yeah.
And so it's crazy the trickery they play on you, and you know, not that the goat plays the trickery, but he knows how to, you know, he's learned how to get his thumbnails and post up and angle his plates for it's better for you guys to see it.
Yeah.
And I'm jealous of his YouTube channel, because if I could put just a ounce of effort that he's put into his channel into mine,
Right.
you know, I might actually have a couple followers.
Yeah, Goat takes his time.
He does. He really does. But it's good to see him push himself because normally, like I said, we do these. You know, we've collaborated quite a bit over the years, and he's came so far since our first collaboration.
Grilled cheese?
Yeah, grilled cheese, and that's not an easy. That grilled cheese challenge was not an easy challenge. It was more of a bread challenge than a cheese challenge. And bread's not easy to eat.
He's on pace to hit his time.
Yeah, he's doing great.
And he's got a fresh starry over there to
Yeah, change it up a little.
cool down the pepper taste in his mouth. So Tuesday again, they're doing the $10 breakfast special at Shady Maple.
I know.
Is it this Tuesday or did you go last
It was
Tuesday?
the last 2 Tuesdays.
Oh.
Last Tuesday and this Tuesday.
So did you guys go last Tuesday?
I was the only one that was going to be going,
Yeah.
so I didn't go.
Sorry, I dropped the ball on that.
That's all right.
Surgery and all that crazy shit.
Are you done?
No, I got sauce and peppers.
I gotcha.
Oh, that's awesome. Pasta's done, chicken's done. All right. You got time, man.
Nose is running from the peppers. They
You know-
probably threw some jalapenos in there.
The capacity, the heat,
Yeah.
and the all of it.
I turned the
It's all
heater.
making me run.
I turned the heater off before you started eating.
Thank you. All right. I don't think I'll hit 17 and a half. Just
They would-
because there's a lot of peppers here.
Just drink it.
Maybe I can swallow them. We'll see.
He was making fun of that big spoon before he started eating. That's Bob Shout's favorite thing to eat with, that big giant spoon. He lives right in the corner.
Yeah. I mean, when Bob eats, it just looks like he's sitting at a picnic table. And the next thing you know, he's like 100 tacos in. It's
Yeah.
like, what happened? Like,
Yep.
he's very graceful, you know. But something that big, it wouldn't fit in my mouth, and it would just make a mess. But
So the wing contest we're doing this summer, PA Boys Barbecue's supplying the wings.
okay,
So, and we're going to be doing it at a brewery in Westchester. And they want big numbers.
right,
So I said to them, I go, I know the people that can get you big numbers. I said, but if you want to get those people in here, the prize fund got to be right.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So we're going to do two separate prize funds. One's for the pros and one's for the amateurs.
really
Yeah.
nice.
So, and I threw out a number. And usually when you throw a number out to somebody, you get kind of a reaction. His reaction was, shouldn't be a problem.
Well,
So, but I'm not announcing the location until the details are done and everything's locked in. But they want to make it like a 4th of July staple.
right. That is that the date? Or are you allowed to talk about that?
Well, yeah, it's
Right.
it's 4th of July.
It is the 4th of July. Yeah.
Yeah, so they want to do it on 4th of July, and the brewery already has a large following of people. So I talked about it when I did the promo video for it. It's going to be a ticketed event. So there'll be going to be 1 or 2 food trucks there, I'm not sure. You're going to get a ticket. It's going to get you a meal, and I think 1 or 2 beers from the brewery.
Okay.
So it's like you're going to get dinner and then a show. We still haven't talked about the show yet, because I can do the whole thing. One of the guys I work with, his kid's in college at Kutztown, and he's a music major. And there's 6 of them together, and they have a cover band.
Okay.
And they just like playing in front of crowds. So I can probably get them to come down there for pretty cheap. You know what I mean? If I should give them a venue with, 400 or 500 people to play in front of,
Right.
you know what I mean? They could play. We could do the food contest, and they could play again. And kind of when we're doing our contest, will be their break. So we'll see.
Oh, that sounds like fun. You have a lot of stuff coming up this year.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to do a contest, an eating contest
19 and a half. So close.
at the Eagles home
Mostly
opener.
just sauce now.
Yeah, my neighbor.
You're doing what at the Eagles
We're
home?
going to do an eating contest at the Eagles home
Okay.
opener.
All right.
So my neighbor has a big tailgate party.
Mm-hmm.
So he came here and he says, we're doing this at the home opener. He wants to do a contest at the home opener. So,
Yeah, you've been in the business for a long time.
yeah, I did the last 10 wing bowls.
Yeah. So.
20 minutes and 3 seconds.
Oh wow, it's still going.
I hit stop.
There it goes.
Or maybe I hit
Back
pause.
in.
That's good. That's perfect.
It was really hard to. Oh, I'll do that.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh man.
So do you want to know the weight on that tray before you dug into it?
But I can guess. With the liquid, probably 8.5.
9.48 pounds.
9.4.
48.
4.8 with the tray.
With the
so
tray.
Probably around
9.
9.2.
Probably closer to
9.1?
9.3.
9.3.
I think the trade's
trade
only
only
like an
Oh
ounce
yeah,
or
it's
so.
pretty light.
Yeah.
Yes, that was 9.3 pounds in that tray.
Yeah.
I didn't want to tell you
didn't think-
9.3.
Yeah, because I probably would have gone slower.
Well, and that's why I try to talk to Sean about that a couple times with some other eaters. That if you go into a challenge and they put some food in front of you, and you look at it and you go, yeah, I could probably eat that. Then they say that weighs 11 pounds. Something just changed in your mind.
That happened with me and Dan Rock once. Remember we were at Pudge's.
Oh yeah, the Pudges.
As
Yeah.
soon as I weighed it and we saw what it was, he said, "I'm out."
Yeah, he gave up before he even
He gave
started.
it before he started, just by the looking at the weight.
Right.
You know, which is tough because it's psychologically, yeah. I mean, you know, and some guys, you know, when we train, right, like when we practice, train, whatever you want to call it, you know,
wow.
you get in your head that, oh, I could eat, you know, X amount of pounds,
Right.
you know, or volume, you know, measuring like with liquid and stuff, because liquid, you know, if you have the volume for liquid, you could drink, you know, 20 pounds of liquid in a
Right.
very short time, right?
Yeah, right.
But it doesn't add up to the food, and it depends what you're eating. If you're eating a 6-pound burrito or 6 pounds of pasta, right, or
Right.
6 pounds of loaves of bread or whatever, right?
Right.
It's a different world. You know, it depends on the food, and
It's a wonderful world.
yeah, I love the new shirt, the new hat, like it,
Yeah,
you know,
I got this new hat this week.
yeah, the new merch is
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah, and this shirt. Can
Josh,
we forget what I said when I was food drunk?
That's a good one. I like that.
Yes, I have both George, the Smorgasbord, his YouTube channel in the bottom of my homepage
Yep,
on YouTube,
thanks.
and I have both of Josh the Goats. So that's starting to develop in a lot of people at this point. I just put Grimmy in there too.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Grimmy.
I love
like,
Grim.
And that's a guy that would have walked out of the crowd and been, you know, surprised everybody, right?
He should-
Like, he surprised the hell out of me. You know, for somebody that, you know, it's on, you know, the independent, you know, amateur circuit, and it's like, yo, where have you been? Like,
He
this
showed
is-
up. That's why I met him. Mushrooms.
Yeah.
He showed up to mushrooms and ate, I think, 5 pounds of mushrooms.
He showed up to my Scrapple contest I did out in Ephrata, and he almost beat me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's
That's fair.
He's no joke.
He loves the sweets.
He does.
Yeah,
he does.
me and him are doing the one site I get stuff from. It's called Yum at Heart. They have like candy and treats from around the world, and so he's got like all these different flavor Oreos from like Indonesia, Australia, Britain, wherever, and Grimmy's always eating Oreos.
Okay.
So I said to Grimmy, I go, what do you think about doing an Oreo head-to-head tournament style? So we're going to pull blind 2 Oreos, compare them, see which one tastes better, move it to the next round. And
Okay.
then we're going to do 16 different flavors of Oreo to see which one wins. The hardest thing I'm having to find right now is I want Oreos that are made for countries that don't allow the preservatives. Because I think an Oreo without all the chemical preservatives, that Oreo I think is going to win.
Oh yeah, I don't
Oh,
think
yeah,
it'd be
for
as
sure.
dense
Hands down.
or be tasty or
Yeah.
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 When you, like, I saw a video of someone who did the Fruit Loops from Canada and the Fruit Loops from America. And you look at them, you're like, oh, well, the American ones look better because they're all colorful. And,
Right,
Sure.
right.
and he did the blind test, and the Canada ones that were flavored with real fruit
Right.
and no artificial colors totally blew the other one out of the water.
Yeah, so I'll be curious to see because I got some. There's some like a matcha flavored Oreo.
Matcha?
Matcha.
Oh yeah.
And then there's-
bunch of green tea.
Yeah, and then there's some orange one. Like some of the ones
Orange.
from like Asia area, like the outside cookie part is like a sheet of paper,
Oh my.
real thin. So so it's really going to be about the flavor of what the stuff is on the inside. So what do you think on the chicken riggies there, Josh?
Like taste wise?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it. I loved the vodka sauce, and then I liked how it had the chicken was nice and tender, which totally helped it go down.
Right.
But I think there were hot peppers and sweet peppers,
Right.
and that was a nice mix of like spicy sweet.
Right.
And so I mean, I've never had it before. It was delicious.
That's good.
I don't know if it's something I'd be like, oh, I gotta go get some of that. It's not something that it's like probably not a favorite of mine,
Right.
but it is really good.
Right. Well, he does all kinds of. He does like sausage riggy. He does all different types of riggies with different types of meat. He does them with mushrooms, but the chicken riggies is his most popular rigatoni item there.
I'd probably go with chicken, just because
Yeah.
I love chicken
Yeah, good stuff.
and it's healthier.
Shame there was none left over, George. You can't try it.
Oh,
Yeah, I was.
it's
We were
shooting
talking about the
right
big
here.
bird earlier today, but
Right.
no, I'm good.
Yeah. So.
No, I could smell it, and it's something like I don't know if I would walk into a pizza shop and order that, but knowing that it's the rigatoni's fresh, locally sourced, made fresh for them. It's not sitting on a shelf for 100 years
Yeah.
before it gets cooked or whatever. So in my eyes, it's not it's a better pasta for you. It's a healthier pasta. And it looked like a really good, and that sauce, he made it fresh as he was cooking.
Yep.
Took all the ingredients, made it up just for that dish. You could tell.
Yeah.
They don't have
Yeah, that sauce was good.
cans of it laying around. That was homemade.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. John and his crew are pretty good over there. So.
yeah.
Didn't you just take a weekend trip somewhere?
Yeah, I went up to Connecticut.
I know you said you were going somewhere. You didn't say where you were going.
Yeah, it was Connecticut.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did 4 challenges in 3 days.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It started off great. And then I did 2 challenges in one day, a pizza and an ice cream challenge. Great. But then the only opportunity I had to do this breakfast challenge, they close at 1 p.m.
Ugh.
So going from the ice cream challenge at like 5:30, 6 p.m. to basically 12:30 was not enough time, especially because the ice cream was like, high fat, high quality ice cream.
Right. Takes a while.
I did not digest that quick enough,
Right.
and I was still full, and so I failed that.
Oh,
Ooh.
So that
bummer.
was and it was like an expensive breakfast. It was like $70.
Oh.
I'm
Oh.
like, no.
Get out the plastic.
So that's on my to-do list to go back and beat that, because I know I can.
Right. Just got to be on the right time.
Yeah, I just can't do it half full.
Yeah. 8 hours after you just did another challenge.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
But it was a great trip otherwise. I got to
Right.
collab with a new guy, Jerome Burns, I think his last name is. Burns? Jerome Burns.
Okay.
He's a new up-and-coming eater from Connecticut.
Nice.
Yeah, he's faster than I am.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we double teamed a team pizza challenge, and he ended up eating an extra slice of mine because we were trying to beat the current record, which was held by Beard and
Okay.
Wayne,
Mm-hmm.
and we ended up
Wayne Angelo.
Yeah, we ended up
And
beating their record.
I built it. He ate in one of the wing bowls. I built his float.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get this wrapped up because George is here. He's waiting to do his challenge after we get cleaned up and get everything switched around. That's Josh the Goat over there in front of the Empty Tray Club. This is Chigs, George the Smorgasbord. I'm Frankie Floats. Thanks for watching. Ugh.
Peace out.
Peace out, yo.
Go check that John out.
Send the kids to get my food.
I